Did you write that?
That sounds like me.
Okay. In November of 2024, you tweet, don't you?
I'm not sure what the current terminology is for it, but yes, I am sometimes on the social platform that was formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah, you're on a lot, aren't you?
I'm not sure what the relevance of that is.
You try to be provocative on there, don't you?
Again, I'm not sure what the relevance
Well,
of this question
let me
is.
show you.
Then let me ask you this. Do you look at Justices Sotomayor, Kagan, Jackson as members of the death panel, or is this just the justices that you disagree with?
I do not believe that the comments that you are referring to have relevance for this particular hearing, but here's what I will say. This is an administration that is threatening judges in addition to other people that he disagrees with. So, yes.
In a fiery Senate hearing, Senators John Kennedy and Marsha Blackburn destroyed radical Professor Mary Ann Franks, exposing her elitist agenda to undermine free speech. This powerful exchange highlights the importance of defending the Constitution against censorship and government overreach. Watch as Kennedy and Blackburn dismantle her arguments and stand tall for the freedoms that make America great.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I apologize for having to miss the testimony of some of you, and I appreciate you coming today. Professor Franks, let me ask you, I listened to your and Ms. Hemingway's testimony and Professor Turley's, so I got part of it. As I understand it, your position, Professor Franks, is that, I think you used the word myth. It is a myth that the Biden administration used government to compel speech, private speech, but that the Trump administration is doing that. Is that a fair characterization?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Do you think perhaps you're allowing your personal political beliefs to affect your objectivity here?
No, I do not. What is guiding my answers here is that I'm looking to see what the Supreme Court has said. You notice that in the testimony about the censorship industrial complex.
I got that part.
No, I just
got
want
that
to
part.
clarify.
No, but I've only got 5 minutes. Your answer is no, as I appreciate it. Let me ask you a couple questions. You wrote a law review article in December of 2023 for the New York University Law Review, and it was about the two cases, Bruin, Supreme Court case, and Dobbs. Remember that article?
Yes, I do.
Okay. In this article, you said, I'm going to quote your words, "Taken together, these two cases demonstrate that the Supreme Court has embraced the use of the Constitution as a tool of racial patriarchy," end quote. Did you say that?
Yes.
Okay. And then you went on to say, quote, "When the Supreme Court declares that there is a constitutional right to armed self-defense in public, it openly embraces and promotes a culture that privileges white men's ability to terrorize and kill those that they perceive as threats," close quote. Did I read that correctly?
I believe so. Thank you for reading.
Okay. And did you also say in that article, I'm going to quote again, quote, "by simultaneously expanding white men's right to kill and constricting women's right not to die, this Supreme Court," referring to the current United States Supreme Court, "has turned the Constitution into a homicide pact as well," close quote. Did you write that?
That sounds like me.
Okay. In November of 2024, you tweet, don't you?
I'm not sure what the current terminology is for it, but yes, I am sometimes on the social platform that was formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah, you're on a lot, aren't you?
I'm not sure what the relevance of that is.
You try to be provocative on there, don't you?
Again, I am not sure what the relevance
Well,
of this question
let me
is.
show you.
Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Senator. Senator Blackburn.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you to each of you for taking your time to be here today. Dr. Franks, we're here to talk about free speech, correct?
Yes.
And we're here to talk about that being a fundamental right guaranteed by the Constitution, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And the Supreme Court plays an essential role in guaranteeing those constitutional rights, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I want to talk to you about a tweet that you had in January 2024. The Supreme Court is a death panel. Is that your opinion?
In the context of this hearing, I think it is important to emphasize why I am here, which is to talk about my views on the First Amendment and my understanding of the
That's not
doctrine.
what I ask you. Do you think the Supreme Court is a death panel?
In the
for
context
free
of the cases
speech?
that, not for free speech, no, that was not the context of that particular
Oh, my goodness.
communication.
Okay. Well, it appears that you see the Supreme Court as a death panel, and that is some of the same rhetoric that unfortunately we continue to hear from some on the left who are trying to villainize justices who are doing their job. And I would like to just ask you, knowing that you have put this out, that the Supreme Court is a death panel, then let me ask you this. Do you look at Justices Sotomayor, Kagan, Jackson as members of the death panel, or is this just the justices that you disagree with?
I do not believe that the comments that you are referring to have relevance for this particular hearing, but here's what I will say. This is an administration that is threatening judges in addition to other people that he disagrees with. So, yes,
Okay,
if your question is, do I defend judges?
I'm ready to
Am
move
I
on.
worried
Thank
about
you.
judges'
Ms.
security?
Hemingway,
I am.
I'd like to
I am
come
worried
to
about this
you.
administration essentially threatening those judges.
I want to talk with you, Ms. Hemingway, about the State Department's use of the Global Engagement Center to censor news outlets like the Daily Wire and the Federalist. I know that this is something that you have had to deal with. And Daily Wire is located in Tennessee. We're proud of them. We are delighted that they chose to move from California over to Tennessee. And it is my understanding that the Global Engagement Center was created to counter messaging from bad actors, including terrorist groups, but the Biden administration weaponized it to silence conservative groups. And what has the censorship, I call it the censorship industrial complex, what do you think they're trying to hide when it targets outlets like the Federalist and the Daily Wire?
Thank you, Senator Blackburn. Yes, our reporter, Margot Cleveland, who's our senior legal writer.
Patriots, something historic just happened on the House floor. Marjorie Taylor Greene and Chip Roy unleashed one of the most fiery and unapologetic speeches we have ever witnessed in Congress, and it may have just ended Ilhan Omar's political career for good. Let's rewind a little. For years, Ilhan Omar has been one of the most controversial figures in Washington. She has mocked America's values, downplayed our greatest tragedies, and repeatedly aligned herself with ideas that weaken this country instead of strengthening it. While our soldiers fight and die for freedom, Omar has spent her time defending failed globalist agendas and attacking the very Constitution she swore an oath to protect. And the American people have had enough. This is why the moment you're about to see matters so much. Greene and Roy didn't just deliver a speech, they delivered a reckoning. A wake-up call. A declaration that America will no longer tolerate leaders who despise the very nation that gave them everything. Chip Roy stood tall and reminded America that we are not a nation built on apologies. We are a nation built on sacrifice, on courage, and on faith. He warned against the globalist mindset that Omar has championed, making it crystal clear, if you come to Congress to dismantle America, you will be exposed. Then came Marjorie Taylor Greene, and let me tell you, she brought the fire. Point by point, she dismantled Omar's record. She exposed how Omar has consistently voted against policies that protect America's borders, how she's defended policies that coddle criminals instead of protecting families, and how she's worked harder for radical ideologies than for the people she represents. Greene's passion shook the room. Her words cut through the lies. She said what millions of Americans have been waiting to hear: enough is enough. And here's the key. This isn't just about speeches in Congress. This is about momentum. People across the country, Republicans, independents, even some Democrats, are realizing that Ilhan Omar doesn't represent American values. She represents a radical ideology that is out of touch with the everyday struggles of hardworking families. The truth is, Omar's career is hanging by a thread. Her own district is starting to turn against her. Voters are waking up. And what Greene and Roy did today was drive the final nail into the coffin. They gave the people permission to say what they've been feeling for years, that Omar has no place in the United States Congress. Mark my words, patriots, this was a turning point. The establishment is terrified, the radical left is scrambling, and America First conservatives are rising stronger than ever. This isn't just the end of Ilhan Omar's influence. It's the beginning of a new era where patriots take back Washington and fight for the soul of our nation. So, I want to hear from you. Do you believe Omar's days in Congress are numbered? And do you agree that Greene and Roy's fiery stand was exactly what America needed? Drop your comments below, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to Congress Breaking News. Together, we will keep exposing corruption, defending truth, and putting America first. Stay tuned, patriots. The fight is just getting started. YouTube description. Marjorie Taylor Greene and Chip Roy just delivered a fiery speech that shook Congress to its core, exposing Ilhan Omar's radical record and sending shockwaves across Washington. Patriots, this could mark the end of Omar's political career. In this video, we break down every explosive moment and why this speech may change everything for the future of America. Subscribe to Congress Breaking News for more unfiltered truth and raw reactions the mainstream media won't show you. Together, we are building a movement that puts America first.